Today's the day. These have twin turbo V6s. This is Ram's Hurricane high output engine. This is Ford's PowerBoost twin turbo V6 with electric assistance. Which one is going to return better fuel economy and better performance? You're going to find out in this video. I borrowed these trucks from Ken Garff Automotive Group, Ford store, and the Ram store here in West Valley, Utah. Be sure to ask for Ken and Josh at the Ram store. Let's go ahead and drive this truck first because there's a few of these here that I can choose from if for any reason someone decides they want to buy it today. Just reset the fuel economy, and I mentioned this in the last video I did. I love that Ram doesn't have fake engine noises for this inline six engine. Obviously 6 cylinders don't make as much noise as V8s do, right? So they like to add into the cabin fake noises that you can't disable, right? So I do like that. Now, if you've never driven a high output Hurricane, you only can get this engine in the limited Longhorn and Tungsten. So these 3 trims get this engine. This engine is a rocket ship. Like, it has power everywhere because it's twin turbo. There's really no turbo lag. I feel like once you hit it, it just goes. And I have the massage seat function on. Hopefully you guys can see it on the screen here. I wanted to test this back to back with the Fords. Personally, I think Ford has better massage seats, but these work good. I have it on high, waterfall. Let me try lower back. Let me see if it can push in right there, because that's where I always have my pain. Lower back. This is super quiet, very comfortable. Remember, this has air suspension, right? Now this is riding on 22-inch wheels, okay, Pirelli tires. I don't hear any noise at 52 miles an hour. Let's get up to like 60. That's really where I want to get an idea of the noise. At 60, you just hear some of the bumps in the road, and that's really it. There's a lot of traffic today, unfortunately, but yeah, this rides really nicely. Now, as far as fuel economy goes, it's going to be really hard for this to do well because this engine has a lot of power. The boost is higher, which means it just sucks in the fuel. And you're not just sucking in regular fuel, you're sucking in premium fuel. So, you know, higher fuel consumption, that's a negative. But also, you have to burn a more expensive fuel too. So when you see my breakdown at the end of the video, you'll understand that this gives you a lot of power, but it comes at a cost. But yeah, overall, this is a really comfortable pickup. Brakes, that's exactly what I like to feel like, not touchy. And yeah, let's go ahead and drive that Ford PowerBoost next. I'll show you guys something really quickly. I didn't mention this in my comparison video. See this? Power steering column. You can hook it up to your seat memories, and it all goes together. So if your wife drives your truck or whoever else drives it, boom, just push number 2, number 1, and everything adjusts to where it was previously. I like that they do it with the steering wheel. Now, this massage function, I feel like the Ram has like little balls, whereas this, I feel like it kind of pushes up your entire part of your bottom part of your legs, and then it kind of pushes in your back. I think I like the balls better. I mean, I could be wrong, but I feel like this is still really nice though. Like, you can feel it really good, and you can do top and bottom. Both trucks have that, and yeah. But yeah, I like the idea of a hybrid because it's like playing a video game. Like you have like regenerative braking, so like you can try to like get 100% of the regenerative braking to like charge that battery, you know. And while you're sitting at a stoplight, all the features work nicely. So if it's 100 degrees outside and you want your AC to keep blowing cold air, the electric assistance continues to allow that to happen. Whereas when you have just stop-start function, it's not as good. But both trucks are really comfortable. I will say, this ride's comfortable, but the Ram is just a little bit better because of the air suspension, so it's always adjusting. I like the big steering wheel that Ford gives. They have some of the biggest steering wheels. Visibility for both trucks is good. Let's see braking really quickly. Let me speed up just a hair. Wow, turbo kicks in. And remember, this has electric assistance. So if I hit the brakes, oh yeah, these brakes are woof. They're really, really responsive. That was like 20% throttle. I feel like the truck's starting to dive a little bit. But yeah, overall, really comfortable. This truck has 20-inch wheels, hand-cooked tires. So I feel like this one, that's another reason why this ride's so good too. So let's check back in with the Ram. Now hopefully you guys can see the temperatures here. Coolant, transmission, oil's at 194. Now let's go to 65 miles an hour. I want to show you guys the RPM. Now this truck has a 392. I like that this truck shows you what gear you're in. So you have 8 speeds. So at 69, we're right at 2,000 RPM. Let's get down to 65. That's really what I want to show you. So at 65, that's probably about 1,800 RPM. Not bad. Not bad for cruising. Love the convex. You guys see that? On both sides, you can see around the truck. So if you're towing a trailer, that's really nice to have. Get the RPM. Dual chargers for the phones. Lower. Yeah. If you haven't watched my comparison video, that's something to definitely look out for. The truck does also have heads-up display too. 370 versus 392, so it's not a shocker. I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but hands-free assistance. You just got to keep your eyes ahead. Love this interior. They did change the colors for 2026 from the 2025 and 24. Now let's see where the temperatures are. I'm going to turn off the Super Cruise or Blue Cruise, sorry. I get them all mixed up. I apologize. I know I make people angry when I mix things up. But yeah, here are the temperatures for the Ford. Hopefully you guys can see that. I'm not looking down, so you have to just kind of take a mental shot of it. Heads-up display up there. I do like their heads-up display the best. It shows the speed limit, the time, and the temperature. So a lot of good information. You don't have to look down for a lot of stuff overall. But we should be to the midpoint in a little bit. One thing I'll mention, I do like the way Ram does their wireless chargers. This is fine too. But yeah, I think that most people will find the way that Ram sets theirs up just a little bit more user-friendly. And here's a quick peek at the RPM. We're definitely lower in comparison with the Ram, just as an FYI. Because this has a 373 versus 392, so it's not a shocker. Here are the numbers on the door for the Ram. So you guys see the axle ratings, but the gross vehicle rating is 7,100 pounds. And here's the payload at 1,108 pounds. 36 PSI for the tires. For the Ford, gross vehicle rating is 7,400 pounds. All in payload is 1,299 pounds. We're getting off the highway. You guys will see the fuel economy right there. Not bad. Now, when I go back the opposite direction, I do give it the juice. So we're gonna do the 0 to 60 and probably get an 1/8 mile run out of it too. But yeah, I'm just coasting right now. Getting like maybe like 10% throttle. Now this truck does have stop start, all that good stuff too. So that's gonna help a little bit with fuel economy. I do use stop start in the wintertime. Summertime, I don't use it. And with this truck, maybe you probably shouldn't because it's twin turbo. So just keep that in mind. But let's see if the stop start function comes on now. Air suspension is adjusting. Nope, it did not come on. Sometimes the system might know too not to come on because of the turbo temperature too. So it's very possible. So this says stop start not ready. That's all it says there. Let's see where that Ford PowerBoost is right now. Just got off with the Ford. I'm a little shocked by the fuel economy, just a little bit. Now, obviously on the highway, you're not gonna have as much electric assistance. Where you're gonna really shine is obviously in the city. Now, the good news is we did not catch this light. So we're gonna go right through it here. We did catch it with the ram. Yeah, we're at 19.3 right there. We're gonna go back the opposite direction and see what it does. I just got done doing the 0 to 60 for both trucks. The way that the Ford left the pocket, I can't wait to see the numbers side by side. That's gonna be really, really nice to see, because the electric assistance just shot this thing forward. But I feel like it just runs out of steam compared to the Hurricane. The Hurricane just feels powerful everywhere. Like, there's a little bit of delay off the line, but when it got going, it just felt like it was pulling harder and harder and harder. So you will see who won at the end here. But let's go ahead and talk about some of the horsepower and torque numbers, and then I'll show you guys pretty much where we ended off at. This Hurricane engine is good for 540 horsepower and 521 pound-feet of torque. All that power goes through a 8-speed transmission, 392 rear, as mentioned. Let's see how it accelerates. All right, here we go. Now this is Ford's PowerBoost engine, 3.5 liter twin turbo V6, good for 430 horsepower and 578 pound-feet of torque. All that power goes through a 10-speed transmission, 373 rear. Let's see how it accelerates. Here we go. Just pulled back in, drove 12.4 miles, got 18.6 MPG, and look, stop start just came on. So let's go ahead and see where the Ford is at. 19.4 MPG, 12.5 miles driven. Not bad. When I did the 0 to 60 with the Ford F-150, I thought it beat the Ram because of how it left the pocket. Like, it just jolted forward, and I was thinking like, oh man, this is gonna get the fuel economy advantage and the performance advantage. And no, it actually somehow, some way managed to let this catch back up. But you have to understand, a weight issue is happening with the Ford for sure, but on top of that, it's just outgunned. I mean, 540 horsepower, that really became a horsepower race after 30 miles an hour. I mean, yes, it left the pocket quicker because of electric assistance, but the Ram just walked it back down because of the horsepower advantage. So really fun today. I actually enjoyed doing this test. I've done these in the past, but you know, I like to just keep them up to date, and it's a little bit cooler today, so the turbos were just a lot happier. But yeah, the fuel economy obviously went to the Ford. I mean, there's no shocker there. Now here's what I'll tell you. If I just did a city drive for the whole test for 10-15 minutes, it would be even worse than that. I bet you the Ford would probably get better than it did just now, just if we just drove in the city, right? But yeah, both trucks have advantages, disadvantages. It just depends on what you're looking for and what kind of deal you can get. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to support this content, share it with people, because it's really hard to do these tests. I kind of stopped doing them, just like my towing test, because it's just a lot of work. And you know, I don't like to work, so I'm just kidding. But yes, be sure to share the content if you find it helpful. See you guys in the future.